What's up, Daily Fab Gamers? Thank you so much for watching my stream. Before you jump into this red-hot action, let's review the rules. Don't be a dick. This should go without saying, but better safe than sorry. Chat with me. You know that I can talk at my computer for hours, but it's more fun when my computer talks back. And let's have a good time. I don't mind getting sweaty, but we can have fun while we do it. Use the chat command deck for a link to the list I'm playing here. It's also in the video description. Some of these decks are sick, and you might want to play them in real life. In that case, let me refer you to Hemel from the Bazaar. It's never been more affordable to play in the flesh and blood. Players have been buying the cards they need from Hemel for years. I started buying from him in 2023 and have never found a better deal. The Bazaar's prices are the lowest for singles, full sets, and class sets, including new releases. Super Slam singles and more are available now and ship both domestically and internationally. Use the command Hemel for contact info, then reach out to see what he can do for you. Now settle in and get cozy because the stream begins now. Good morning, everyone. Who's ready to play some Flesh and Blood? Lupinefiasco. Thank you for being here on this wonderful Friday morning, day after Thanksgiving. I hope you all had a good one, a safe one, perhaps. That was good. Saw my parents for probably the shortest Thanksgiving I've had, hour and a half. Went with my partner. We went out to eat. No one hosted, no one had to make or bring food. It was really nice. Maybe a little short. I would have liked to spend more time with my family. But I'd just seen them the week before for my mom's birthday. It was a whole thing. It was all good. I'm going second. Happy day after Turkey Day. Thank you, Scorched Rose, for being here and welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. Playing, what are we doing today? We're playing Fai. This is a list that did not win in Japan, but came very close. I'm playing it card for card. I think this is the list that everything I mostly agree with. There was another Fai list that did okay recently that felt like it was missing some pretty key cards. I think it had like one Rising Resentment, but two Ronin Renegades. It was playing Dust Runner Outlaw, but no Soaring Strike, so it was just like strictly worse than other options. So excited to be playing this deck, which I think makes a lot more sense. How am I addressing this turn? I think I'm definitely blocking with cards, right? For no other reason I want to filter my hand, but just thinking about what finishers do I want? I have two currently between Lava Burst and Snatch. I think I'm blocking the Reaping Blade here. We just saw Spellblade Assault from my opponent's hand. So I am pretty confident that there might be another 4 coming my way and change to stacking Rune Chants. Then block with the Lava Burst first. I'll block the Spellblade Assault with... It's a tough call. Like, I want Brand with Cinderclaw because it's a guaranteed starter that can get me Draconic Links for Phoenix Flame, but Snatch and Mounting Anger both have a higher power level. I'm kind of hoping my opponent just ends the turn. Read the runes with Spellblade Assault in hand is pretty good. It's a good start from Chain, and he does have a Shackle, so... Our plan here, of course, is just race. Oh, drawing the blue here is really good. Our plan, of course, is to just race. Blocking with all of our equipment as soon as we can, as soon as it makes sense to do so. This hand just lines up really well. I get to Brand, Emberblade, Mounting Anger, Phoenix Flame, Snatch. The nice thing about Chain, for as strong as the deck is very poor armor. And currently Chain's armor blocks 2 and 1 at a time, unless it's thrown on the Emberblade, which is not the attack that I care about hitting. We're going to send the Emberblade first, hoping to bait some blocks here. What else is going on? How was everyone else's Thanksgiving? Like I was saying, I met up with my parents. My partner and I went. They've met before. I've been dating my partner for 7 years at this point. There's the blade back in her. So we went out to eat. It was nice. I saw them last week for my dad's birthday. I do need to start spending more time with them. It was definitely apparent after last night that they are slowing down a bit as far as the memory is starting to go. The wits are a little slower, and not in a way that like anything is specifically wrong, just, oh my god, we even draw the finisher. Just like, hey, my parents are mortal. I should spend more time with them. Should probably be doing more of that in the near future. What else is going on? We set up for Christmas. Oh, Chain misses the shackle, which is fantastic for me. Set up for Christmas yesterday. Put up some lights all around our front lawn, which was great. Just a fun thing to do. Set up for Christmas. Last year we set up for Christmas too, though not nearly as much. I feel like I didn't put up the lights last year than the year before. We didn't do any of it. What are you doing, Chain? I know you have Spellblade Assault, so this is just going to be Chain, Spellblade, Chain, Spellblade, Death. Interesting. Sending the Deathly Delight. Well, I'm AB0, so we're taking this. 5, go again. Chain doesn't have on hits that I care about. I mean, the Deathly Delight has already connected. I don't think I'm going to go low enough on life that Chain won't gain the life from Deathly Delight, especially if he just closes the chain after Deathly Delight's chain link resolves. Legacy of Ikaru is just 1 here. I do curve out, sort of, with this hand. I think I am not blocking this. I'm going to block the next thing. It's possible I'm supposed to use my equipment here. Sort of the issue with this hand is that I have the 2 blues, and one of them is a finisher, and I really wish that I didn't have 2 finishers. Again, I wish that I could just convert this hand better. Chain sitting at 10. I mean, I can give all of my equipment here, but it doesn't really do anything. And this is probably not the time that I want to try to convert my equipment. I think I'm blocking with probably see if Ikaru, and we're just doing 3, 3, 3, 1, 5. For 15, Chain has to give me 2 cards, and then we're just saving the armor for my next turn when I can hopefully... I mean, I can definitely get 3 out of it, but hopefully I can also convert the tiger into something. I guess there's a world where I would have broken all of my equipment there and done like 3, 3, 2, 5. It's just not as good, right? This way also, I mean, I'm threatening lethal. I bank a fealty for my next turn, which is potentially very good. Expecting Chain to just take a lot of damage. Again, really no armor left. There's 1 point on Blade Beckoner. So we are going to get more cards out of Chain. We're just trying to slow him down. I mean, still with the understanding that he's maybe going to draw 2 cards on the next turn. So he does get to block a little more freely here. But any card that I can take out of Chain's hand is going to be something that helps me going forward. I could break my Shuko and Pouncing Paws here. Send 2, put Chain to 1, and then he has to give me 2 cards to stop the Lava Burst. But I think I have enough time. I don't think I'm going to die to Rune Chance on this turn. in such a way that I have to present lethal before I get block value out of my Shuko and pause. At least that is the hope. Oh, and chain misses on both shackles. Okay, this game's pretty locked up. Our hand is even functional. You can play, I mean, I can just play it out, but even if not, I can block with like everything except for Art of the Dragonfire and then kill chain with Art of the Dragonfire. Instead, we just do Rise, pick up the Phoenix Flame, get to kind of not do too much. Can send the Phoenix Flame here. I don't get to Fai again. You seem to be enjoying Fai and Sage. Is there a thought to playing him in CC? I actually have a video with Ellibird coming out either Monday or Tuesday. Might just be Monday, where I will be talking to her about her really cool run in Philadelphia with Fai. Which, yeah, was starting to get me thinking, like, hey, maybe I should just play this deck again. Like, maybe Fai just, you know, like, does have legs in this meta. I'm not, like, super excited about it, but I think if I was going to play a Draconic Ninja for RTN, yeah, I would much rather have it be Fai than Syndra. That's pretty good. Chain also, like, turbo bricked kind of this entire game. But yeah, Fai's doing 15 points a turn. I mean, that's really good in Sage. That's good for racing down the other aggro decks. So I could see playing Fai. Definitely the more interesting Draconic Ninja between the two of them. Syndra really just plays her hand out every turn, and there's definitely some depth to the deck. Give me 1 minute to let out my cat. Bun has left the office. Between the two, I think Fai is a lot more interesting. There are much more interesting decisions. I guess I treat you like an aggro deck? I don't know. Sure, let's see what happens. Looking for a not gravy deck for next year. I don't want to play Syndra, so I'm looking to find myself. I just wonder what happens to him if Syndra causes stuff to get banned. I think if he loses Brand with Cinderclaw, then he's just like an unplayably bad deck. What does this hand do? This hand does... I can Rise from the Ashes, Phoenix Flame for 3, Brand with Cinderclaw, Emberblade, Art of the Dragon. Oh no, it'd be... Yeah, this works, this works. Oh, I don't get to close the chain after I... That's what it is. Anyway. Yeah, if Brand with Cinderclaw gets banned, and I've heard people saying that Brand could be the ban, then I think Fai is like unplayably bad. But if he keeps Brand, my personal hope for the BNR is Throw Dagger, not Brand with Cinderclaw. Then he would continue to be in a very good position. Spoiler for our video coming out. Ellie's take is that Fai has the better spread into the top 3 decks. Like, if you are getting ready for RTN season and you are expecting to play against Syndra, Verdant's Gravy, just the top 3 decks, your local scene is very sweaty, then Fai has a better spread than Syndra. You gain points into Verdant's, you lose points into Gravy, and you are better against Syndra than you would be in a Syndra mirror. which all makes sense to me. But against random other decks, Fai is worse. Like, there are just random matchups that you will do worse into than you would if you were playing Syndra. In Ellie's opinion, Victor is unwinnable as Fai, whereas as Syndra you can kind of get there. I didn't get her take on Dash.io. I think Fai is probably okay. I don't know that you're better or worse. This hand has a Growl in it. Am I trying to break equipment? It would mean that I am doing... Leave you with thinking. I'm trying to figure out how I can also cheat out the Phoenix Flame again. If I can do like Fire Tenant, Phoenix Flame, get 4, close the chain, Brand, Growl, Shuko Pouncing Paws, Lava Burst. I don't think that's worth it. Which means I might, I don't want to block with the Growl. Means I'm probably just pitching Brand to the Emberblade. And I'm using the Phoenix Flame to turn on the Emberblade. So I go what? 3, 4, 7, 10, 15. So I could be looking at Fai. Depending on what gets banned or not, I am hoping that I get to play... I guess I'm not hoping that I get to play KO, but I'm looking at KO as the deck that I would play. I just like KO. Really been enjoying him lately. I don't need to block this. You're going to end your turn with Scuba? Do I need to respect Scuba? I think the answer is no. I'm at 13. I think I don't care about Scuba existing on the board. I especially don't care about Oyston existing on the board. How did you have an action point? Oh, right. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, I especially don't care about Oyston being on the board. Yeah, I don't have a way to cheat out the Phoenix Flame a second time here. Because Brand is my only Draconic starter in hand. Okay, so we're on Fire Tenant. Yeah, I'm hoping to play KO. I think if Syndra, if we're in some weird world where like Verdance gets bans, Gravy gets bans, and Syndra doesn't get bans, then I might just keep tryharding on Syndra, as much as I don't like playing the deck. But I'm pretty skeptical that Syndra wouldn't get a ban. If Syndra doesn't get a ban on this BNR, then LSS is just like gone. They're lost in the sauce. I guess there's a world where I kill Oyston here just to get it off the board. This is the time that I have to make that decision. Yeah, I'll kill Oyston. I don't know that this is right. I'm also going to Arsenal the Skrull, because I'm probably using my Tigers on the next turn. Just hope they don't massacre my boy Gravy. I refuse to play Syndra at this point. Honestly, Syndra is like such an unfun deck. I play her because she is one of the best decks, and if not the best deck in the format. Like, I'm down for tryharding. But yeah, she's like so unfun to play. As far as Gravy goes, I'm hoping they ban Chum, or at least restrict Chum to 1. Gravy has so many cards that are just absurd on rate and effect that I think it'd be hard for them to ban any particular card and like have Gravy just die. And I don't think their plan is to kill Gravy. I don't think it should be to kill Gravy. I'm just thinking as far as cards that give more decks, more counterplay into Gravy, it could be Chum as the ban, because Chum just says to a number of decks, like, you are interacting with me now. This is what we're doing. You cannot play buffs. Like Marlin in particular, good example of a deck that's really bad against Gravy, because Gravy just says, oh, you activated Hammerhead? Cool, Chum. And I don't like that. Oof, opponent's getting the good stuff. I mean, thankfully my turn is about to be pretty insane. I get to just break all of my equipment and present a ton of damage. So if Gravy's line here is just, oh, loot the hold, that's really bad for me. Loot the hold is about as bad as it could be. Because now I still get to just put all of my armor in front of the Swabby, but I'm gonna lose 3 value from my hand. So what is the 3 value that I'm losing? I think I'm going to 1 and I'm discarding Rise from the Ashes. Ronin Renegade is my starter. Again, I only have the 1 Draconic, so I don't get to turn on my Phoenix Flame. So I think I'm discarding Rise from the Ashes. My line is going to be... I have to have attacked with a Crouching Tiger. So it's going to be Ronin, Growl, break my Shuko Pouncing Paws, Tiger for 3, break Blood Scent, Untamed, Snatch. So I'm sending 3, 6, 9, 13, 17. I guess this is what I'm doing. Man, that loot the hole was brutal. I guess I'm supposed to go second into Gravy. I think that would have solved a lot of these problems. What did I say? 3, 6, 9, 13, 17. And I think I'm sending it all at Gravy. I think I'm just disrespecting Swabby at this point, as I don't think Gravy's going to get to keep a card. Yeah, I don't enjoy playing as Syndra. She's just been the best deck for a while, and I keep telling my friends and locals, like, oh, this is my last time on Syndra, I'm going to learn Verdance. Like, I want to learn the best deck in the format. I just keep saying that. I'm never going to not play. I'm never going to learn a new deck, I don't think. But I've been playing KO on stream, and like the deck is really good, and I think I will likely buy the Runaways Guide for KO. Noah Bagelman is cooking up some really cool stuff with the deck. And I want to know how to play against Gravy with KO. Get some tips on how to play against Verdance. But overall, like, I think KO really has legs. Your Syndra matchup is kind of suspect, but if Syndra gets a ban, then suddenly KO is much more playable. So that is my plan for, plus if I play KO, if I focus on playing KO, which I already know how to play, and which I'm already playing on stream because it's fun, then I get to focus more on Silver Age, which is what I really want to do. Really enjoying the format, having a lot of fun with it. Want to keep doing that. Yep, Gravy discards the gold, gets rid of the ally. He's going to have to give me the last card in hand, and it should not be a 4-block, which means that I'll still get to draw if I don't just outright win. Swabby's just kind of chilling here. Another non-block in hand. Alright, this deck can... playing Time Snap Potion against Ninja. Alright, if I can really crank out some damage here. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. So that's my plan for RTN season. Play KO, play Syndra if for whatever reason she doesn't catch any bans, which is so incredibly unlikely that we're just saying I'm playing KO. And then focus on Silver Age. Got a few friends who are going to Seattle next month. I want to help them out, give them some good reps. I want to play Silver Age at Calling San Diego, which I'm going to. It's the Compendium release week, so I'm kind of expecting that it's going to be Silver Age as the Calling format and the Showdown format. But if it isn't the Calling format, is Gravy's on a bad build? I think Gravy is a bad build. I am on full aggro. First, I have not played the Dorinthia matchup yet, so I'm just full disrespecting the Dawnblade. And we're going to see how it goes. What does this hand do? This hand does play Rise from the Ashes. Fire Tenant strike first. Phoenix Flame. Closed Chain. Brand with Cinderclaw. Searing Emberblade. Pick a Phoenix Flame. Arsenal Phoenix Flame. Pass. I don't know how much I care about not letting Dorinthia filter. I think Gravy in this format is not good yet. I think he has the potential to get there. Like, Rainbow Tipple is obviously very strong. He's just missing a lot of the defensive tools that buy him space in CC. He doesn't get to play Sync, Fate, Shelter. He doesn't get to play Blood in the Water. I think he's just missing... He doesn't have any of the Majestic allies, which is huge, right? I think he's just missing too much in this format to really be good now. He could definitely be good later with more support, but he isn't good now. I'm just sending cards here to see what happens. I don't know if like full sending it Dorinthia turn 0 is what I'm supposed to do. All right, well now this looks much better. I was just thinking she had 2 more 3 blocks in her hand. Like, I get an arsenal here, so I feel good about that at least. But you definitely, like, as in CC, Fai definitely wants to be going second into Dorinthia. You get to just full block. The Oasis Respite here is kind of interesting. I expect it from, like, Fatigue Warrior. I expect it from Olympia. Or if this was Hatchet's Dory, I would expect it. I was not expecting it from Dawnblade, but maybe I'm just too locked into it. I'm just expecting, like, oh, she's gonna do the thing where she just plays a bunch of attack reactions and does Dawnblade, but like you can definitely Dawnblade Fatigue with all the reactions. I feel like a big part of Pen is going to need to be ways for every class hero to slow the game down to counter all the greedy offensive decks like Azalea, so I'm told I'm not blocking this. I'm fully disrespecting kind of everything Dory's doing until I need to start blocking, until I need to use my armor, which isn't now. This is going to be Growl, Tiger Body. It's going to... What is the line here? I guess this is a turn. I can just arsenal this Mounting Anger. I think it's going to be Growl, Tiger Body. This being Yellow Brand makes the turn a little complicated. So I'm thinking of how I can cash in all my equipment, do 3, 6, Tiger from Banish is 7. Oh, and then yeah, because I'll play a Tiger. That's how I use the Blood Scent to pay for the mounting anger. Okay, yeah. That's the line. If the mounting anger hits, I banish the brand. The mounting anger is not going to hit, and I want to pitch the brand. This is what I'm doing. I'm blocking with Blood Scent because I'm going to use the Blood Scent. Okay. So I think, yes, more decks need ways to slow down the greedy offensive decks, and I think we're going to get there. I guess I was maybe supposed to block with Shuko and Pouncing Paws to force Dory to buff to get over blocks to use the bolters. I don't think this was super important, though. Surely she reacts now. I think a lot of decks are going to get ways, nice, to slow down the greedy offensive decks. I think we're also going to have, at the end of Pen season, our first round of community bans, and like there's no way Azalea survives. I also think we have at least one more BNR before Compendium, and I'm really hoping, I've been thinking about it, like what do I hope gets the ban? Like what are cards that I hope are banned? And as far as Azalea goes, if it isn't Death Dealer, which I could see them banning because Death Dealer is a pretty absurd card in Sage, I could see them banning Release the Tension, just because in a normal turn cycle, it has play as far as it's a 0 for 3. That just sometimes screws you out of your one counterplay to Azalea, which is defense reactions from Arsenal. So I could see them banning Release the Tension, and I hope they ban Release the Tension. For now, I play him Gravy like a ninja. That makes sense. If the game slows down, he's great. I agree. I feel like Gravy is just very easy to fatigue, though. Like, slow decks, Guardian can beat Gravy by just fatiguing him because he doesn't have a weapon and he doesn't have the big attacks that help you get there on value. You don't have your big, like, Leyline Conqueror pivot turn that I feel he really needs. Chain might go too. I could see Chain going. I think Chain for sure catches bans on the 15th. I don't know what they are. I thought it was Ebonfold. Like, Ebonfold was just going to lock it up as far as what is a good ban. But I'm a little more skeptical of that now after playing Chain on stream yesterday and like beating plenty of people without using my Ebonfold. I've not lost to a Guardian? Okay. I'll take your word for it. Gravy just always looks bad to me, but maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. This is not going well so far. We got the Life of the Party tech. So I'm looking for a blue. Dawnblade for 4. The most this could be is 7. Which means I think I am... I have a few lines of play. I do want to do the Life of the Party thing with Mask of Many Faces, which means I am probably just blocking 7 here. Resetting the Dawnblade, arsenaling Life of the Party, and... saying your turn. Looking for a blue. I need to use my equipment for it. This hits gain 2 life. Okay, it's 6 go again on hit gain 2. It's got great in Sage. I think it takes more skill to play in Sage than he does in CC. I could see that, just because you don't have your high roll tools. This deck has red Fluster Fist in it. Ugh. Slice and Dice on the Dawnblade is pretty good. What does this hand do? Be sad? I guess I'm just blocking. Can start giving equipment here. I'm opening myself up to reprise, unfortunately. There's the Iron Song response. Yep. Not having a blue is pretty... I mean, this matchup, I think, is going to be pretty bad. Like, this is one of those matchups that I think is never going to be good for Fai, especially if you go first. Like, that has been the case in CC as well. Like, whoever goes first in that matchup is at a huge disadvantage. I'm just going to scoop that up. I don't think I was teched for it correctly. I think I probably can't just disrespect Dorinthia. I should board like I board for Showman. Battalion Bark is a great card in Gravy. I can see it, I guess. Isn't it like a 3-card 9? Which is not good. And that's the red one. The blue one is like a 3-card 7. I guess, here's my question. Sell me on Gravy. Why are you playing Gravy? Why play Gravy in Silver Age, besides you like Gravy and want to play Gravy in more formats? Like, I'll take that. I'll accept it. You just like the hero and you want to play it more. But is there an actual... Is Gravy a good deck? Oh, you want to go first? All right, what is my Showman board? We're playing the defense reactions. I guess let's try going... Let's do the aggro board going second because you wanted to go first, which I disagree with. Decimator Dory? Ugh. Why are warrior players this way? Coming in for 10. I need to do the thing where I put this on the chain first. I'm going to take 2 from this because the Decimator should have the Rabble. Yeah. All right, so playing against Fatigue, I need to be maximizing my Emberblade, which means that I need to maximize Big Hand. So we're going to Arsenal this Yellow Brand. We're going to go Rising Resentment, Emberblade, Phoenix Flame, Lava Burst, Arsenal Yellow Brand. Why am I arsenaling Yellow Brand? Because I want the brand effect available. Rising Resentment is just a head jab. Brand with Cinderclaw can turn on Art of the Dragonfire, do a little more. Oh no, conceding to that last Dorinthia has cost me so many viewers. I always have to remember how many people actually want me to play out losing games. And then we Lava Burst here. Yeah, this is going to be... I guess we'll see. I mean, this game is perfectly winnable, right? Fai is actually very good into Fatigue. You're a lot better with a second Phoenix Flame and, Tiger Stripe Shuko, but doing all right. What does this hand do? This hand does Rising Resentment, Searing Emberblade, Brand with Cinderclaw, Art of the Dragonfire, Arsenal Lava Burst. It's pretty good. I also have the benefit of being able to block with a bunch of my... Actually, all of my armor is on. Because it's all 1, and the Decimator won't have it. So that's pretty good. This turn cycle is also going to be very good. I lose my Phoenix Flame value, unfortunately. Unless I wanted to pitch my Lava Burst, which I don't want to do. Steelblade Shunt. Ugh. Come in with the Brand. Brand probably doesn't get blocked. And then I get to come in with fire. Oasis Respite here is pretty good. Oh, but if we don't see it there, then I guess we could see it here. Another Shunt. That makes sense. At least I'm not taking damage from it. Arsenal the Lava Burst. This hand is kind of tragic. Can I cheat it some way? I guess I could block with Dragon Power and then just brand Pitch Snatch Dragon Fire. I'm getting too many finishers in these hands. I don't have a way to cheat the fealty for Dragon Fire. I could block with these, activate Fai on Dorinthia's turn, Phoenix Flame. That's like so bad. We are just going to block with Dragon Power. I'm going to block 2, take 5, go to 8, brand Dragon Fire, Pitch Snatch. These hands are just a little awkward. Like the last hand was awkward too with the double finisher. Having the Lava Burst in Arsenal is definitely not ideal because we are just locked in this position now where any hand where I'm drawing a bunch of finishers is actually pretty bad. Also don't necessarily love that I'm drawing all of my fires this early. But I'm at 8, Dorinthia's at 6. Yes, she still has armor. Maybe this game just isn't going to go that long. Rolling Swing Overpower. If the next attack, if it's like Pitch Blue Decimator, I'm probably just putting all of my armor in front of it. I don't need to put all of my armor in front. What am I doing with this hand? I do need to play the Untamed, which means that I am probably breaking Shuko and Pouncing Paws. This is blocking 2. This should block 4. Undo block. We do Shuko first. So I am going to play Untamed, display Loyalty, Untamed, Blaze Headlong, display Loyalty, Emberblade, Shuko, Phoenix Flame, Lava Burst. It's going to be a very big turn, and the reason I'm blocking 4 is that I don't want Dory to be able to Refraction Bolter's Pitch Blue for another Decimator attack. And the reason I'm not blocking with Blood Scent is 1, I don't have to. 2, I have Growl. I have Arta Tiger Body in the deck. So I am confident in my ability to make more tigers in this game. I'm presenting 4, 7, 11, 14, 4, 7, 10, 13, 17, 18, 23. This is going to be a pretty good turn. I can go ahead and break these now. It's pretty clear that that's what I'm doing. I get to hide more information. No, Rose, I'm very excited to hear. Like, I am also just not a Gravy player in CC, so I'm definitely biased on, like, why would you play this deck that's so hard to play? And that does sometimes just draws hands that don't function. But very much, I fully admit that I am very much aggro-brained. If the deck takes more than a few brain cells to play, then I'm probably not interested in it. I guess I was supposed to Emberblade here so that Dorinthia just withhold more information. So besides the fact that I like Gravy, I actually think he gets a lot of play from the fact that people are sleeping on him. I think too many Gravy players are looking at the deck the wrong way. Yeah, if you're playing him like a ninja, then that makes sense. That you want the deck to just be very much like playing for value rather than playing for the big like end game. I'm gonna do a bunch of allies scenario. Am I just gonna win this turn? So I get to Phoenix Flame. Dorinthia's already given me armor. This turn was pretty good. 7 chain links. In Jesus, this deck sometimes. Holy crap. She also got 14, over 14. So this is a board state hero, and like Dromaids, you can't lean on your allies in the same way you do a CC, especially because you don't have your utility allies. That makes sense. All right, this deck is cracked. I needed to, so I guess for the other Dory, yeah, I just boarded wrong. I think I'm still like really unfavored in that matchup going first, but so I guess that's the difference. If I lose the die roll to Dorinthia and she chooses to go first, I need to play it like it's Fatigue, and if I am forced to go first, I play it like it's Showman, and I put in my defense reactions. Felt like a 14 GG's. Yeah, like that was quite the game from me. GG. I was very concerned as soon as you showed me Decimator, like, oh my god, I'm not boarded for Fatigue at all. I guess I'm just maximizing the Ember Blade, and then yeah, found like an insane turn. But yeah, GG. As soon as you decimated me for 9 on turn 0, I'm like, oh no, you just traded 1 card for 4. This is bad. Play more like a ninja, leaning on the swells and chi and resources. Bark is a bad card, but if more than half your deck is blue, it's very easy to make a bananas turn. No, you get to 3 card 11. Playing against KO, board for aggro. Yeah, 3 card 11 is just good. Like, those are just Aurora numbers. Sure. Also seeing a lot more of your cards than any other hero in Sage. I mean, you get to have more agency on how you're playing and what you're playing. That makes sense. How, I guess with 6 tipples, it's pretty easy to make gold, even without Hook. I think I drew for a go second game and chose a go first game, unfortunately. I think you're supposed to just go second, though, right? Or go first, though, right? Like, that's just what your deck does, and sometimes you don't draw the hand. But yeah, I could see how if you're presenting 9 on turn 2, then that's pretty bad for me. I'm hoping KO sends so that I can start blocking with some of these dragon powers. If I don't get to block, your next attack this turn gets +3. This card sucks, right? This card is just bad. No, it was a scary game, though. I was definitely concerned. Oh, and you just don't get go again? Okay, cool. Well, I'm blocking with these blues. Much as this might come back to haunt me, I am going to block with my blues. Play 8 allies, which is about what I found is the minimum to make tipples good. I'm called crazy because I played Barnacle because he's a breakpoint. I have a buddy who has tested Barnacle in CC. Just thinks it's solid. Like, he was testing Barnacle and Chowder as, like, specific anti-tech to things. Okay, this hand's just pretty good. And I want to... I guess I'm arsenaling the Draconic starter, so I Brand, Rabble, Blaze, Phoenix Flame, pass. This is what I'm talking about. Love some Fi gameplay. Zach, I don't know how much of this you've seen. I think I'm 4-1 right now. I lost to a Dawnblade Dorinthia going first, where they kind of just drew very well, and I conceded an unwinnable game. Every other game I've played, I've gotten at least 14 value per turn, and one off of some like 25 value turn. This build is very good. Build is very strong. For like not a lot of effort. It just plays like you would expect Fi to play. KO giving me all of the armor says that I'm also probably taking a bunch of damage. KO is about to present me with a lot. So we'll see how this goes. I just get to Phoenix Flame, Arsenal the Ronin, and see what happens. Been debating on adding Blue Pummel to the deck, like Gravy can explode and just kill you. I think Pummel in this format is, at any color, is just good. Defense reactions don't exist. People are blocking for value. Like, no deck can really afford to not block for value. Buckwild for 9, go again. This hand is kind of tragic. Not really. I block with a Legacy. Pitch the other Legacy. I get to do Ronin, Emberblade, Untamed, Body, Phoenix Tiger. This hand is only tragic because I don't get to Fai. I definitely don't need to block this. I can block the next thing. Smash Up? It's just like bad, right? Block with Blade Beckoner. Definitely blocking with Legacy. I need to block this because I want my Ronin Renegade. What if I gave all of my equipment? What if I did this? What if I plan to break the Blood Scent so that I can Phoenix Flame? So I am presenting 3, 6, 10, 13, 14, 16, 17? Or I'm only presenting 14? This is going to bring it to 12. This is going to bring it to 11. Okay. Okay. I'm going to break all of my stuff so that I can present lethal on this turn. Which is unfortunate. I'm losing a point of value on the Pouncing Paws, but what else can you do? Aggro matchup's not great. I think that's more about the 20 life and less about Gravy not being able to keep up. Also, I think you can just play the overpowered boats and recycle them with Scuba for fatigue. That all makes sense. What is my sequencing this turn? I don't think it super matters. I also think I could have I can just Arsenal this Untamed if I really want to. We'll just play out a normal Fai turn cycle and see what my opponent does. I've definitely missequenced this turn. Sorry. Okay, no, okay. I am just locked into doing this now. That's right. Because I need to play a Tiger to break the Blood Scent. If I don't sequence in such a way that the Untamed comes down before the Tiger body. Yeah. Okay. I am locked into playing this hand the way that I have presented it. We're so back, John. Hey, Ian. Ian, this deck is cracked. I've had the one game I lost was against Dawnblade Dory, who drew very well and won the die roll, and every other game I've won by presenting like 14 plus value a turn. I can Crouching Tiger next. I think the sequencing here kind of doesn't matter a lot. Gravy rant over. No, that was good. Your worst matchups were Fai, Aurora, and Viscerai, but I feel okay into a lot of the field. I also get a boost because people don't always know what I'm doing. No, I appreciate I mean, I wouldn't call it a rant. That's why I asked. I guess I'm just breaking these and getting my value. I'm also breaking my blood scent. And picking up my Phoenix Flame. And arsenaling my Phoenix Flame. No, I just play the Phoenix Flame. Surely I just play you. If you're winning like that, then you know it's cracked. I mean, it just seems like obviously every aggro deck that's playable in this format can do like a nutty turn. I don't think having your like 114 value turn is indicative of like, well, this deck is so insane. Strongest survive, it's very rude. If you are going to strongest survive me, what is my best value for this hand? Blocking with these two and then sending 2 card 7 on hit draw. It's fine. I guess I'll block with Blade Beckoner and just like start doing that. This also lets me show you a Ronin Renegade and not a Snatch, so that you don't know what I'm doing. The fact that this deck is so consistently getting 14 value a turn is where I'm like, there's something here. Something's going on. Yeah, no. How was your day yesterday, Ian? Was it Thanksgiving in Ireland? Or were you are you still in Chicago this summer? If I've convinced you not to play Gravy, it would be a hard sell for me to play Gravy in any format. Just because I tried in CC, my brain is way too smooth to play Gravy. My deck is way too, or my brain is way too smooth for that. I'm sure it's simpler in Silver Age, maybe not easier, but simpler. Blue Flusterfist, you get turned into a Phoenix Flame. Can Snatchev go again, just one time? Why couldn't it have been Mounting Anger? Why couldn't I have drawn the Mounting Anger instead of the blue? And then been able to actually play this hand instead of what I'm doing instead, which is being sad. Break the thing. This is 6. What does my hand do? My hand does... Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's reasonable. Because you're at 2. Yeah, this hand just goes... This hand can be greedy and keep cards, or it can just go Brand, Pitch, Dragonfire. Yeah, 15. Deck is just very good. We don't get Thanksgiving Grow, but it was good. I'm settling into my new apartment. That's right, you are in the new apartment. How's that going so far? Web of Deceit? I don't know what this deck does. I will board for I'll board for aggro. We're gonna get greedy here and see what happens. It's called limit testing. How do I do against Assassin if I just totally disrespect them? I don't know who gets it. I know Canada. All I know is Canada gets their Thanksgiving in October, and I think Korea does too. I have Korean friends who I'm told were confused yesterday as everyone in Discord is like, Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Yeah, how's the new apartment? How's that treating you so far? This is a hand of cards. This hand can't double Rise, which is tragic. Or a double Phoenix Flame, which is tragic. Cut from the same cloth. I don't have reactions, bro. I don't get marked. Blue Razor's Edge? That's spicy. I guess I keep the Draconic Starter instead of the potential 2. And if Arachne has the reaction here, then I'm just sad. I fully expect a flood of bans for... Oh, okay. for older cards in Sage when Pen comes out so they can shape the format completely. I do too. I think... Trap and Crap Door. They're definitely in... So what older cards, Cold Will, do you think are going to get banned? I think number one on everyone's list is just Pummel. This hand is almost... We'll see what happens. What I'm intending to do is just Rising, Rising, display Phoenix Flame, but if the second Rising hits, then I will banish the Dragonfire. I'm pretty skeptical that it's going to hit. I'd be very surprised if Arachne doesn't just put 3 in front of it. Yeah. I haven't seen anyone messing with Arachne. All I see from Arachne are all the Assassin players saying, oh, I wish this deck was good. I guess I was supposed to display before I went Rising. Oh well. Yeah, I think Pummel's at the top of everyone's list. I've heard pretty convincing arguments for Death Dealer getting banned. Just because it is so insane to be able to load an arrow and replace the card you just pitched. Hey, this hand is almost good. This does not have Go Again. You currently don't have a way to give it Go. I mean, is Razor Reflex? This hand can do... Oh, these are both blues. This hand is not good. So I do... This is a bad hand of cards. Oh, our opponent has to go, so we just get a win, I guess. Razor's Edge and Stains? Jesus. What do I do with this hand? Besides be sad that it exists. I guess block with Body. Get Razor's Edge Stained. Take 6. Arachne banishes a Snatch and draws a Razor's Edge for the arsenal. Oh, that... Jesus. Okay, I think I'm losing this game. I think I was going to lose that game for sure. Arachne was about to draw the nuts. Double Spike with Blood Rot, blue, Infect. At least I'm not marked, but I'm sure I get flicked in that case. Snapshot Lexi is my Sage check right now, so I'm hoping I can keep Death Dealer, but I can see it going. I think it's just too... I don't know. My pick... Alright, so I've boarded for Oldhim. We're playing Life of the Party. We've taken out Breaking Point. We're not playing the D-Reacts. I'm playing towards Anti-Fatigue, which means that I... the fucking am trying to maximize Emberblade, Phoenix Flame. What is Blessing of Chi in for? I don't know. Because the guy who won with this deck had it in his list, and I'm like, yeah, okay. Sure, that... Do I want to enable chat? Sure. I don't know what Blessing of Chi is in for. I assume filler. I assume just for the lols. What I'm doing today, like what I did with Chain yesterday, is just playing the deck as is. Seeing what feels good and what doesn't. Like, so far, I have not seen Blessing of Chi yet. But I'm also looking at Red Flusterfist as like, this card doesn't super make sense. I think I'm blocking like this. Playing towards Anti-Fatigue. I will give the armor before I give another card from hand. Maybe it's so people ask about it. It's like how Peter Budensick in his LLKO list, or Kano list, just ran like a bunch of like 7 cards that didn't make sense because there's just nothing else to do. You just needed spots filled. So this hand plays itself. We get to go mounting Emberblade, Blade's Headlong, Phoenix Flame, Arsenal Untamed. Just trying to maximize value. Trying, again, maximizing the Emberblade and the Phoenix Flame to play around Anti-Fatigue. there any older cards? Ebenfold from Chain is a card that I think could get banned because it just says, oh, it can be comboed with Mask of Many Faces. You're so right. I want to see an expansion of Slogism, Nimblism, Sloggy Jack be slow. Yeah, Peter just ran 7 bullshit cards in his Kano deck because he was just presenting the same 60 like every game and it didn't matter. You are keeping 3 cards? Either getting pummeled or this is like staunch response and you want to... Oh. Pass. Yes. This could be Boulder Drop. Oh, it's Disable. Interesting. That's kind of annoying. What does this hand do? This hand sadly cannot stop the disable with just armor, so I have to either block it or take it. If I take it, the hand doesn't really function. What if I did this? Take 2, go to 18. I'm now intending to break my armor. We do Untamed, Break, Tiger for 3, Brand with Cinderclaw, Art of the Dragon, pick up Phoenix Flame, Arsenal it? What if I block with Body? I lose my... I think I'm just doing this, unfortunately. The disable here is awkward, not because I necessarily care about it, but because my hand doesn't work for the thing I want to do if I don't have an arsenal. So I'm leading with Untamed. Leading with Untamed, break Shuko Pause, 3, 3, 7, pick up Arsenal Phoenix Flame. I guess another disable gets me, but I'm not going to worry about that. Break my stuff. Tragic. Yeah, we're not going to get to use that Quicken, unfortunately. But what can you do? It was a good block from Terra. Do love to see Red Boulder Drop getting blocked with. Do love to just get free damage. Hopefully putting Terra in a bad spot where he wanted these 2 cards to like Boulder Drop me again or whatever. Going to compete at Seattle. Unfortunately, I'm not going to Seattle. I've traveled too much this year. So both monetarily and it's like being gone. I just want to be home for a bit. Okay, you can't disable off 2 cards, so there is no like real danger of me doing this. Concuss. Concuss for 7. I have to discard a card to this, which means that I am discarding... I take 7, I go to 11, I discard Fire Tenet. I go Brand, Phoenix Flame for 4, Close Chain, Rise from the Ashes, 7, 11... Or I just discard Rise from the Ashes and I go 3, 6, 11, 12. Sure. I don't think I can realistically stop this Concuss. I think I'm just sad. Or I can go 3, 3, 4, 3, 2. 3, 4, 3, 2 is... Chat, I know you can't see this because you're delayed. What's better, 3, 4, 3, 2 or 3, 3, 5, 1? I'm choosing 3, 3, 5, 1. But what do you think is better? My too many shiny Asilio cards, I get that. Yeah, I have also been blinging out my CC decks this year, and I'm intending to start blinging out my Sage decks, which has got to be a mistake. It's hard to do now because there's so much we don't know about the format as far as, like, what is actually going to be legal and what isn't. So it's hard to, like, I don't want to commit to blinging out Shane in case all the Blood Debt stuff gets banned. I don't want to commit to blinging out Briar in case I don't play her. But, like, the Blade Beckoners, some of the generic equipment is worth getting. 3, 4, 3, 2 is better, makes it much more awkward to block. My thought was there is just, like, Terra is going to get 2 opportunities to block 3 no matter what. And 5-1, I guess 5-1 is easier because Terra has the Buckler and had the Civic Steps. Karkman, I think you're right. Do you think they will ban things in Sage this 15th? I hope they do. I don't want them to just, like, take a backseat to curating the format. I want them to be actively doing it, like, every time. Every BNR, I want them to be banning something that's problematic or overperforming, so that when we get to, maybe not Pen, but the next set, or even the set after that, there's, like, they can make actual informed decisions. Play Peckiner's price is absurd right now? No, what are you talking about? $5 for a rare? $5 for a rare, $20 for a cold foil rare. The next event I'll be going to is San Diego in February. I could take 4 here. My hand goes... This hand is unfortunate. Block with a Fluster Fist, go to 10, just do Brand, Emberblade, Phoenix Flame, possibly send the Growl? I guess I could have gone for a Fluster Fist Mask line here. Seems bad though. I'm going to San Diego. Very much hope that both the Calling and the Showdown are Sage. We know the Showdown is, but I hope the Calling is too. And honestly, if the Calling isn't Sage, I might skip it and just focus on Sage. Like, I'm having a ton of fun with the format, and I want to keep playing it. Old Knocker isn't even legal. It's absurd in CC. That I can appreciate. That I understand. You're not in the US, but it's majestic price in stores in Brazil right now. Okay. I have heard that Brazil pricing is very bad. I'm going to send the Growl here. If Terra's trying to keep 3 cards, then I'm very concerned about another Disable. So I don't want to just open myself up to getting killed by it. Or rather losing my arsenal when I don't need to. I get a free resource. Does that let me do anything? It kind of does. This being yellow brand and not red for Blaze Headlong makes this hand awkward. What I can do is, how do I fix this? I can block 3, go to 5, Fi now, pick up my Phoenix Flame. Phoenix Flame for 0, close chain. Brand, Emberblade, that's not good. think we just block 6, I send 6, I pick up my Phoenix Flame, and I arsenal it. I think that's the line. It is awkward that this brand is yellow. Hey, Steven. Good morning. The SUP CF equipment set they gave out with pre-release are pretty great generics to baseline and Sage. I mean, most decks are playing Garland or Blossom, depending on which cold foil you have. Haven't seen a lot of the other ones, though, but EA Garland is just really nice, really good thing to give players. Use the SUP ones till I remembered High Seas already had good equipment for Gravy. True. You'll lose the Vigor. I'm not going to lose the Vigor. I'm going to use the Vigor for my Phoenix Flame. Even though the Blaze doesn't have Go Again, it is a second Draconic Chain Link, so my Fi is only going to cost 1. So I get to use the resource for something. Doing like Phoenix Flame shenanigans of like picking it up and playing it for 0, and it was just... there were too many moving pieces for me to justify taking the extra damage. Justify taking 6 to like do some bullshit that doesn't matter. Boulder drop for 8 is something I can deal with at least. Can block with the Lava Burst. As block with the Mounting Anger, I'm going to Phoenix Flame, display Rabble. Try to present lethal. I can present lethal without playing the Phoenix Flame, but I will not get a fealty. I'm also, again, opening myself up to being disabled. So I think I'm allowing this to happen. Would 2-4-1 not be more interesting? But how am I... Oh, I see what you're saying. I would have lost the Vigor because of the Crush. You're right. The 2-4-1 not be more interesting? Well, I can't pick up the Phoenix Flame with just the 1 Draconic Link. See if Mage Masters boots. I wonder how his pen pre-release will work. Last time we had an expansion pre-release, it was Mon Draft. We're going to Phoenix Flame here. I want to turn on my display. I want to get a fealty. And I don't want the Phoenix Flame in my arsenal if I can avoid it. No pre-releases as far as I know. I hope we get pre-releases for Pen. I could see them doing like a pre-con pre-release where you pay your like 25 or whatever for your pre-release kit. You get one of the starter decks and like a pack, which I think that's what they're doing at the world premiere. I could see them doing that. That'd be pretty cool. Hey, we got 4. Ooh, that fealty's looking like it might pay off. Let's see if I get to keep this hand. Chat, are just infinite 4 blocks good? Jesus. I can go to 1. I wish this hand had a blue in it. I could go to 1. 3, 3, 7. Pick up an Arsenal Phoenix Flame. Seems like what I'm probably supposed to do. I don't know. You're going to go to 8. I don't know that just sending 6 is the winning line here. You go to 8. I'm sending 3, 6, 13. Arsenaling a Phoenix Flame. I think this is my best line. Honestly, I think this... If we're talking about bans in Silver Age, this Terror deck has shown us a few that could exist. I think Sirens of Safe Harbor is a mistake in this format. I think some of the Guardian block 4s probably need to go. Like, this is sort of unhealthy. God, I wish this hand had a blue in it. God, I wish this hand had something that let me break Blood Scent. We're also, like, just getting fatigue. Like, I think there's a lot about this Terra deck that needs to not exist in this format. Now, to be fair, this deck is, like, specifically very bad against Terra because I don't block very well, and all I do is attack. But I think it's pretty clear I am not winning this game at this point. If this was a blue, then I might be able to get there. Terra, Aurora, you did this to us. This is specifically your fault that this exists. I think what I actually need to do with this hand is take a line that I really don't want to take, which is pick up and pitch the Phoenix Flame. I think that's the only way that I'm possibly presenting enough damage to actually get Terra to give me enough cards that I'm not dead on my next turn. Guardian is also a reason I like Gravy. Deck is good, what can I say? Yeah, the deck is good. It's just, I think something about Terra needs to not exist is the problem. I don't know if it's Sirens. I don't know if it's the 4 blocks. Something about Terra is problematic. And like, how many decks are even playing Sirens at this point? I thought Iris were playing, like, all 6 colors, but I haven't seen that deck in a while. Shoot you. This should present 3 at this point. So Terra could afford to give me the armor. I'm guessing what's going to happen to me is I'm getting hammered for 5. Hopefully I have a 3 block. If aggro can have Snatch, then Terra can have some 4 blocks. How many Snatches does aggro get that makes up for Terra having like 8 4 blocks in deck? Sorry, 8 yellow 4 blocks. Hey, my hand blocks. I have a Vigor, so I will get to Phoenix Flame this turn. I do think the 4 blocks are a bit much. I'd be interested to hear LSS talk about them because MPG was printed... Well, I guess MPG was supposed to come out last November. Maybe they didn't think Sage was going to be a format at this point. Where, like, oh, we can just print these bullshit yellow 4 blocks that are never going to see play in CC as, like, a meme for crack shuffle play to deal with the overpower or whatever. And then they make Sage a format, and suddenly it's like, oh, hey, these are really good. These are a problem. Rising Resentment does not banish a card. Break the Fealty. Come in with Ravenous Rabble. Please flip a red. Please one time. Thank God. Is this my list? You tell me? This is what I don't think I've even seen their deck so far. This is the deck. I think it's Rainbow Sirens, all of the yellow 4 blocks. I think block cards also be pitch cards do be kind of messed up. Well, it just takes away some of the deck building tension, right? Oasis Respite. Gonna get to turn that into a Might, so I gotta deal with Hammer again. This is a bad Terra list. I mean, it does pretty well against Red Line. Not even Red Line aggro. Oh, I don't have the Phoenix Flame anymore. I forgot about that. Oops. Hopefully I don't get punished for not having that fealty next turn. Oh, forgot about the Sirens. They banned Fiddler's Green and yet Sirens Day. I am thinking that Sirens is not long for this world. Oh, hey, you're super late. I would be pretty surprised if Sirens gets to stay. Yeah, this Life of the Party needed to be much closer to the top of my deck. And now we just die. Yeah, Sirens should... I mean, if Sirens is banned, then this Terra is dead. This Terra has not gotten to keep all of the cards that they got to keep. Yeah, we're just getting fatigued. What happened this game? I think some of the draws didn't line up very well. We're missing blues on some critical turns. All right. Cool. Fun deck. GG. Fun deck. Yeah. I'm not going to be salty about it. Okay. I don't need to stay in this conversation, though. I will be salty about that. Sirens blocking breakpoints is pretty messed up. Yeah. I would imagine if they did dev talks and could tell us, you know, hey, here's why we made this card. Here's what we were thinking. We made this before we knew Sage was going to exist. Here's how we imagined the format playing out. Maybe I should try yellow Sirens and Gravy. Being able to discard a yellow to tipple and make a gold and gain a life is pretty good, right? Even then, like 2 for 5 is not offensively bad. Terra looks like Cancer. I think Terra definitely loses 2 decks. Like, this deck is uniquely not good at dealing with Terra, even boarding for it, because the whole thing, like, it doesn't have reactions. It doesn't take advantage of the fact that Terra doesn't play reactions a lot of the time. You're just presenting 3s and 4s, which Terra can always block. And then Terra has usually an above rate weapon, or I guess on rate, being a 1-card 4, that depending on how your last turn went is a 1-card 5, which is very good against a deck full of 2 blocks not playing reactions. So I think Terra is good in the format. I don't know that it's cancerous. I think that it has cards in it that either shouldn't exist or should be balanced in some other way, like Terra should have some other detriment. Like, I think there are aggro decks that can tee off on Terra. I think Chain is probably very good into a Terra that isn't built to deal with it. Or you could just set up your Blood Debt stack and blow them up. I want Dev Talk so bad. I'm so sad that they haven't done a real Dev Talk in months. And I'm sure they were getting too much hate online. Like, the thing about the Dev Talks is that very few people are going to watch a Dev Talk and say, you know what, LSS, you're totally right, thanks for sharing. More people are going to comment on the Dev Talk and say, you're fucking stupid, why are you doing this? So I get that they wouldn't want to keep doing them. It's just that we have a lot of policies that, whether you agree or disagree with them, I just want to hear more about them. A bunch of cards that still exist in Sage at this point. The ProQuest change where players get banned after winning their first event of the season. Like, things that I would just like them to come out and say, hey, here's why we did this. And they haven't had that in a while. If they ban the 4 blocks, I'd hope Pen would give him something to still be good. I mean, we've already seen more Guardian equipment after getting 2 straight sets of Guardian support. I feel like Guardian's okay for now. Do I think they will ban the 15th? I think Pummel goes. I think Kadachi's could go. I hope Sirens goes. I think they could ban Ebenfold from Chain, but we probably need more than that, so maybe Malefic Incantation. I would like to see Beaten Trackers go. I think that's too good in Rhinar and KO. So far, I think the format's in a pretty good place. There are just some power outliers and some generics that are too good in too many decks. Oh god, this is going to be... Surely this is not a name that you can have on... I will go first. I guess I just aggro you out, right? Surely this name is not okay. What happens if I click on you? I'm going to report this person. Okay. I guess I can't report them. This hand sucks. Is there a way to make this hand not suck? No. I can at least bank a fealty for the Dragonfire. Especially Runegate Chain has enough gas to get over Terra. Enigma is also popping up more, and that's just an auto win. I have seen Enigma be good lately, and that's kind of neat. Did you see James White's tweet yesterday? Yeah. I hate when game devs do the cute, like, I agree with this. Like, motherfucker, you could have banned all this. Oh, Jesus. Motherfucker, you could have banned all this months ago if you wanted to. You didn't need to let the meta get to the point that it's at now. He's like trying to be cute and facetious, and I just think it's, I don't know. For whatever reason, that just bothered me. Unpreventable damage feels like it shouldn't be a thing in a 20 health format. I feel like some unpreventable damage is okay. Like, I feel like Art of the Dragonfire is fine because you have to work for it. I think Flick Knives, or not Flick Knives, what is the name of the card? That was an insane turn from Kano. What am I thinking of? God, the one, the Assassin Common. Flick Knives at Home. But I do think that, like, I don't know. I've heard that Red Hot is very good in the format. I'm just going to die. I am dying this game. I guess we're going to watch Kano do the Kano thing, because this is pretty cool so far, but, like, Jesus. Opponent's name is actually German for friend. Get out of here. I don't think that... I'm kind of thinking this deck probably needs some form of Spell Void, specifically for Open the Floodgates, so that this doesn't happen to me. Now, to be fair, they did have the Twining, so they get over it. Yeah, I'm going to let this Kano just kill me. Only because I've also been, like, bad-mouthing Kano a lot recently of, like, Wizard sucks in this format. I'm just dead. This has been a fun and exciting game for both teams tried hard. Both teams played hard here. Now let's talk about, again, you know, Kano Fai. This is another matchup where this is specifically very bad for me because I'm not... Oh my god, I'm just going to concede. I don't want to let... I don't want to sit here and watch Kano just jerk off, so... We're gonna just end that game. I don't think that should be an okay name. I don't know. Talishar is okay with it. I hope Chem goes, Wrath, Everbroom, T-Talks, maybe something else from Verdance. I think you just ban Throw Dagger and let Marionette figure it out. Slippy's probably going to be pretty cracked with the armor deck, though. Definitely won't ban Striders until Kano LLs at least. We're so close. He's like 2 wins away in RTN season. Hopefully the Kano players actually do it. The problem with Kano being so close in RTN season is all of the Kanos. Okay, I'm going first. I'm going to board for Showman so that I have actual counterplay to what Dorinthia is doing. If I went second, I would board for aggro. Problem in RTN season is that all the Kanos can just get to 4th place or get to top 4 and then scoop so that their hero is still legal. So that's a problem. Swap the Blessing for AB1. I have to swap the Blessing for literally anything that doesn't suck. Speaking of sucking, I am going to activate Fai. I'm going to play this Phoenix Flame. And then I'm going to pass. Could have sent extra 9. Pop all equipment, he won't attack. I was probably supposed to send all my equipment turn 0. But, like, whatever. I've never seen these cards again. Oh, that maybe isn't true. God, this card is so bad. I get why it's in the deck for Mask of Many Faces, but this card sucks. There are too many finishers in this deck. Finisher, finisher, finisher. Doesn't work currently. I don't need to block with all of my cards. If you have 1 cost react, Iron Song response, I am sad. Throw Dagger's pretty messed up. I think they could ban Throw Dagger, hit Syndra, hit Marionette, who is sneakily very strong in CC right now, and then see what happens with Slippy. I know Ira's pushed in Sage, but isn't banning Kadachi just killing any other non-talented ninja? Yeah, but like, who cares about them? Which other non-talented ninja? So Katsu. And that's it. And like, honestly, I am never the person to ask whether they should allow Katsu to exist in a format because my answer is always no. I hate Katsu so much. I have such a hatred of Katsu because of, God damn it. Yeah, this deck has too many finishers. So that is something we've learned, or at least this sideboard plan has too many finishers. I guess I'm doing this. Just name Open the Center, card is insane. Yeah, card is insane if I name Open the Center with my Blade Beckoner Helm. I have a Mask of Many Faces combo in Life of the Party. I don't need more of this like weird high roll potential. At least my opponent's hands are also not being good enough to get over my shitty hands. Mario's like messed up post Worlds. What the fuck happened? I think they just figured it out. Like, Marionette players are just that unique breed of players who care so much about their deck that they're just going to keep trying until it works. Watch out, opponent. I drew cards that function. Benji. I am so fine with Katsu and like Benji taking a stray from Ira because one of these heroes is actually like causing a lot of problems in the format and the other one doesn't exist. I don't think I've ever played against a Katsu. Katsu's whole thing is not being a real hero if Bonds isn't legal in the format, and Bonds is not legal in the format. Oh my god, this hand does a thing? Holy shit. I get to go Growl, Tiger, Tiger, Brand, Emberblade, Breaking Point? No, I can go Brand, Growl, Tiger, Brand, Growl, Body, Tiger, Emberblade, Phoenix Flame, Breaking Point. I feel like Breaking Point is about to not be good here. I guess I'm taking this damage, and then I'm trying to block the next damage. I'll take Katsu as GOAT. I have a unique hatred of Katsu because of outsiders printing Bonds of Ancestry, and then all of the like LSS and all of the Katsu players being like, it's the best ninja card ever. And the Fai players just being sad that they didn't get to use it. I hate Katsu. Specifically because I played Fai, and I hate Bonds of Ancestry. This seems fine. I am not planning to break my equipment this turn. I just want to get value. And I don't want to turn on Reprise. Nip at the heels? It's rude. Is there a world where I was supposed to block with Blood Scent? To play around Nip at the heels? Maybe? I guess I had seen one, so yeah, maybe I am supposed to play around it. New Mario lists coming out are so consistent. Just feel like I die on turn 3 after taking 15 damage off of Kallistra. They are very consistent. On my KO stream last week, I played against 3 Marios, and all of them did Flip to Black Widow, Kiss of Death, T-Tox, Black Widow Effect, Break Boots, Follow-Up Attack, Flick. And it's like, okay, so they just do this now. That's just the way that they function. It's pretty messed up. We love Bonds of Ancestry. What's more fun than play Bonds once, playing it twice? Bonds of Ancestry should just be banned in all formats forever. Card is a mistake. Card is way too strong. And ever since Bonds, LS has been trying to correct with anything that makes Katsu okay without Bonds of Ancestry. None of it works. So they unbanned Bonds, and now just all of the cards that they printed to try to fix their design mistake are way too good with Bonds. It was just, they just made a mistake, and that's fine. We can all admit that they made a mistake. I'm actually really looking forward to Zen Sage cards, unironically. I think I played against Zen one time, and they were on the Hope Merchant's Hood tech, and then they just killed me with double Red Chi Unleashed on like 2 consecutive turns. It was like, oh, all right. Well, I guess that's pretty good too. I guess this hand presents lethal. I guess I'm supposed to Shuko Pouncing Paws here. Seven, 6, 4. Yeah, I need to take cards away from Dory. Which I guess I'm going to do anyway by playing the Breaking Point, but I would like to also present lethal. G-Unleash is a good card. Card is unironically very strong. It's also one of the reasons that I think Ira is totally playable without Kodachi, because you get to play Edge of Autumn and like Blue Sirens, Blue Unmovable, Blue Chi Unleashed. Just finished my Marvel, almost finished my Marvel Chi set. Marvel Chi set in Sage has got to be beautiful. You want to talk about decks that you can really bling out? That's neat. Dory, please give me more cards. I would like them from you. Ooh, do we get an arsenal here? Nice. Fai giveth, Fai taketh away. I guess I get to block with Reflex, Brand, Tiger, Emberblade, Phoenix Flame. It's kind of interesting. I can break Blood Scent. Oh, this was the nip at the heels you played. I was so confused. I thought that was the 3rd nip. I'm going to somersault this. So now I get to Brand, Tiger, Break, Pitch. What the fuck is this? Well, they don't get an agility at least, so that's kind of neat. I'm taking 2, you break bolters. I'm taking 4. So I'm going to 6, and you get to get a second counter. I could stop the damage, but I can't strip the counter. So I think I'm just supposed to go to 6, put you on a 2-card hand. It's definitely awkward. I do think that they push Bondsline and Katsu. I just wish they designed more into the other combo lines. I would have less of a problem with Katsu if he like did other things. Katsu's so trashed here that it doesn't matter what they print. Anyways, Katsu is great. Katsu is a mistake, and I will never... Sorry, Katsu is not a mistake. Bonds of Ancestry is a mistake, and I will never forgive Katsu for Bonds of Ancestry. What's up, Taylor? How are you doing? How was your Thanksgiving? What are the heroes that you actively want to be good or meta in Sage? I want there to be good... I mean, definitely good aggro decks. I don't know that I need them to be redline. I am just going to end the turn. How do I lose this? How do I lose from this position? I lose by not having a Draconic starter. Hey, look at that. Dawnblade for 5. So if I block 3, the most you can do is give it... What is Overpower cost? Overpower costs 3. So the most you can do... Let's do that. I don't think you can kill me. I knew that, right? I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, 3 cost. Was it... I guess Run Through would have been the other card that kills me from that position. That says I should probably block. And it was 5? Yes. I could have... It's the difference between playing to win and playing to not lose. Because this hand now just takes Dory's hand. Also, we were super rewarded for putting that Phoenix Flame in Arsenal. What are the heroes I actively want to be good? I don't have specific heroes I want to be good. I want all of the archetypes to be represented and viable. I would like there to be a red line aggro deck that can be reasonable. I'd like there to be a not red line aggro deck that can be reasonable. I want there to be mid-range. I want there to be control. I want there to be... I personally don't like Wizard or Illusionist, but I know that those players exist and have feelings. So I'd like those decks to be reasonable and playable. I just want there to be something for everyone. And I will be happy and satisfied with Sage. But, like, personally, Oasis Respite. I was really like, surely she isn't playing Oasis Respite here. Wow, we barely got there. What did this? Was this supposed to... Oh, because we were both at 1. That's so tragic. I would like Runeblades to be good in the format. I have really been enjoying playing Runeblade in every format lately, and so if I get to do that, then I'll be happy. Doesn't have to be Chain. I think between Briar and Aurora, I would prefer Aurora to be better because I have a gold foil Starfall, and also I just love the hero. But she isn't the same deck in Sage because she doesn't have the really fun cards like Arc Lightning and Channel Lightning Valley. Channel Lightning Valley especially being the funnest card of being able to pitch blue Starfall with 4 cards in hand and just look at your opponent. So I can see, like, I don't mind playing Briar. I enjoy Briar. I want Acilio to be good, but right now he's just bad Aurora. Eldorte, there is a player in my local scene who might even be in chat, Shifty Prince, who has really figured out what to do. I've lost the game. I think I'm supposed to board for aggro here. I don't think I'm supposed to board in. Maybe like a 1 of... Where's that stupid... Oh, there's no Fluster Fist. I would like to board in Reinforce the Line, and I guess board out... What is the brickiest card in this deck? Rise from the Ashes. Fuck Runeblade, fuck you. Runeblade's great. You're a hater. I want Runeblades to be good? Hell yeah, you're in luck, pal. They're good currently. They might not be good forever. Enough bans to keep chaining. I mean, we could definitely just see the LL effect in Sage where they have to keep banning cards to keep chain reasonable, and then all of the other Runeblades just take strays. Like, I could see them absolutely banning Malefic Incantation, and then all of the Runeblades just getting worse. Or they ban... I guess that's it, as far as cards that chain plays that the other decks also play. We're talking about mistakes in card designs like Bonds. What about design mistakes like an entire class? Am I right? No, Runeblade's legit. Block here and here. Like here and here. I'm gonna get the chance to block with this Growl if I really want to. I wish Guardian would be better in CC, but at least I can Showman dominate now in Sage. What was the top card of your deck? Take Aim? Okay. Well, I guess I get to block, and then at least I'm like only taking 4 instead of 12. And there are No on hits besides me not getting to Fai. Which is, reasonably sad, but I hope I'll be okay. Wonder if I was supposed to give all of my armor there. Nah, I'm missing a point. So I can do 7, or I can just do 8. I guess I just do 8, right? Arsenaling Reinforce is pretty sick here. No, I haven't blocked with my equipment yet, or else I'd say, like, I guess I could go for it with, like, Play Rising, Tiger for 2. It would work, but I'd have to sequence my turn differently. This is fine. Arsenal to Reinforce. I get to keep a 3-card hand. Problem is Azalea still has all of her equipment, so I'm not, like, I haven't weathered the storm yet. I haven't dealt with the bad turn. Jesus, John. Steven, I'm putting it out there. I'm not going to share your tech. I'm just saying that you have tech. I mean, Chain is probably just going to keep getting hit by community bans. Yeah, Chain might just not be legal after the first community ban. Isn't it 9? Oh, yeah. It would have been 9. I don't know why I thought it was 7. Yeah, I missed a point. Well, if I lose by a point, then we know why. Imagine thinking the Draconic player knows how to do math. I would, depending on what I need to block, I can do Dragonfire, Reinforce the line. Sadly, I don't have a fealty, which would be cool. Flipping into Spire Sniping is pretty good. There's no on-hit that I need to care about. Chain does not see Season 2 of Sage without some bans. I think Chain is going to be very reasonable by the time we get to the end of Compendium season. Yeah, the question will be, does the community just still hate him? Like, there are plenty of heroes that you just hate, regardless of them being good. I hate Katsu. I'm not going to vote for Katsu. I want to know we can community ban a deck from re-entering. I'm excited for all of the dooming on, like, oh no, content creators are going to just dictate what gets banned. Yeah, we are. I'm definitely steering you right here, chat. Spire Sniping for 12 with Inertia. I cannot stop the Inertia, so that's fine. So I'm just going to block 7 and then send... What is this? I am going to block with these two in case Azalea lets... No. That doesn't matter. We block like this. It's going to be Mounting Anger, Emberblade Growl. Yeah, I don't need the Tiger right now. I think Azalea might catch a ban. I could see Azalea absolutely catching a community ban. I think as far as does Azalea catch bans on the 15th, I would like to see Release the Tension get banned. I think the card is too good at stopping the counterplay to Azalea, and there isn't enough downside to it. It's just 0 for 3 that sometimes hoses a D-React in Arsenal, which is how you beat Azalea. If it was like the red was 0 for 1 or 0 for 2 or it cost 1, if there was some kind of deck building constraint to it where it's either not as good as the other options you have available, or if it, like, you had to pay for it in some way, if it just didn't do the thing that it does at no cost, then yeah. I would be okay with it if it was like sideboard tech more than anything. Damn it, Karkman. It does matter now that I didn't send 9 on my last turn instead of 8. And it does matter that I didn't break my equipment. Sort of. I guess it does. If she's at 3 here, she blocks the Emberblade, takes 1, goes to 2, and my Shuko Pouncing Paws would be enough to potentially kill her. I guess the Growl is active. Yeah, I gotta do it. All right, so I have punted in this game. She should be at 2. I should be at 13 if I had done everything correctly. I guess I could also break Blood Scent and send to Phoenix. I have severely punted this game. I think I can still get there, though, is the thing. But yeah, I definitely have punted. I should be at 14, presenting lethal onto a hero at 2. At this point, I am going to stop. At this point, I'm going to save the point of block value on Blood Scent. This hand is great. This hand does all of the things that I need it to do, except for block, so hopefully I don't need to do that. I wonder what I should play at Battle Hardened in Vienna now before the bans. I already know there would be lots of Azaleas. I still think Chain is like very reasonable into Azalea. I think Chain is just very reasonable into a lot of decks at the moment. Otherwise, she can pretty much never win. Sorry, Rob, I missed which hero you're talking about. 0 cards on top, 2 cards on bottom. We're up. Maybe the Azalea can't just, like, keep every card. Why are you tanking on Scout the Periphery? You knew what you were going to do. Currently presenting 7. Oh, Azalea? What, if she has... If she doesn't have Release the Tension, if I can just play D-React from Arsenal? Oh, kills her playing to Guardian? Damn, dude. You're right, that sucks so much that a hero has a bad matchup. That's pretty nuts. Heroes having bad matchups in Flesh and Blood? It's pretty wild. I'm just, like, totally disrespecting you, right? What would this be? There's no Rain Razors. I just totally disrespect you and go to 3, right? She needs both tension cards, otherwise Guardian is like a 0%. Okay. I feel like there are a lot of decks that have 0% into Guardian right now. I have absolutely no problem with this. Also, that would just be the same then as community ban of Azalea. All I'm saying is Azalea is currently way too good in Silver Age. And your one piece of counterplay to her is sticking a D-React in Arsenal, and she just has an answer at no cost with no deck building requirement. It just says, yeah, do the thing. If the red was 2, or if they banned the red and the yellow and she could only play the blue, if it was really like, this is a card that exists for counterplay to a thing, then yeah, I'm totally okay with it. But as it is, it's just, this is one of your many pumps. You play 20 pumps, and this is one of them. So we should just get there, despite misplaying this game horribly. Off the back of Azalea kind of not doing the thing. We never got dominated. Or I guess we did get dominated, and it like kind of didn't matter. No. I'm not going to rematch because I'm going to call it here. I need to start getting ready. I am playing more games of Silver Age today, but they will not be streamed. They'll be recorded by All In Together. He'll be making Silver Age content at some point, and I'm going to be a part of it. And I'm super happy about that, but that means that I need to take some time to mentally prepare myself to just get beaten down by, I assume, 3 different Guardians. But thank you all for joining me. It's been super fun playing Fai for all of you today. This deck seems really good. I think that there are some changes that I can make. I have my own Fai build that I can adapt some of this into. I think that it is reasonable to put some form of AB. Like, I don't know what this Blessing of Chi is doing, and I would like for it to not be here anymore. So we can replace that with AB. I think Red Fluster Fist is too cute. I think the deck has too many finishers. Like, Breaking Point. If we replace Fluster Fist, then that's gone. Breaking Point, potentially Life of the Party, Snatch, Lava Burst, Dragonfire. I think those are too many for this format, so I will try to trim some of those down. But overall, I think the deck really has legs. Like, we did pretty well today, and some of those were like, we misboarded, or the Kano just rolled us and we're on AB0. I think we can get there with this deck. I think there's definitely something here. So thank you all for joining me. I will be back next week, I think Thursday. I tried to stream Monday, Thursday, Friday, but my Monday morning is a little occupied, so I don't think it's going to work. Thank you all for watching. It's been a lot of fun. Catch me next week. I'll be putting up more content. So Monday, I'm going to be putting up an interview I did with Ellie Bird about her insane 8-1 CC run at Worlds Philadelphia with Fai. Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm going to put up some gameplay for my streams over this last week. So get excited for all of that. Catch me back here Thursday for live stream. Until the next time I see you all, have a great weekend. Good luck if you're playing at the Battle Hardened or the Calling this weekend, and take care.